To the Lighthouse, published in 1927, is a seminal modernist novel by Virginia Woolf. The story is set on the Isle of Skye in Scotland and revolves around the Ramsay family and their visits to the family's summer home. The narrative is divided into three parts: the window, time passes, and the lighthouse. In the window, we are introduced to the Ramsay family, particularly focusing on Mrs. Ramsay's attempts to bring her family together and her desire to visit the nearby lighthouse. However, Mr. Ramsay's pragmatic and often pessimistic outlook dampens these hopes. The first section of the novel delves deeply into the inner thoughts and perceptions of the characters, particularly Mrs. Ramsay and her guests. The complex relationships among the characters are highlighted, showing Mrs. Ramsay's influence and her role as the emotional core of the family. Through her efforts to orchestrate a dinner party, Woolf explores themes of time, memory, and the transient nature of life. Time Passes serves as a bridge between the two main parts of the novel. This section covers a decade of war and loss, including the deaths of Mrs. Ramsay, one of her sons, and a daughter. The house itself falls into disrepair, symbolizing the passage of time and the impact of change and neglect. Woolf's depiction of the passage of time is both lyrical and poignant, emphasizing the impermanence of human life and the inevitable decay that accompanies it. In The Lighthouse, the surviving members of the Ramsay family return to their summer home. The narrative follows their attempt to finally make the long-delayed trip to the lighthouse. Mr. Ramsay, along with his children James and Cam, embarks on the journey. This section is marked by moments of reconciliation and understanding, particularly between Mr. Ramsay and his children. Lily Briscoe, a guest and painter, also returns and finds resolution in her art, completing a painting she had struggled with during their previous visit. Woolf's To the Lighthouse is celebrated for its stream of consciousness style, deep psychological insights, and exploration of existential themes. The novel captures the ebb and flow of family dynamics, the complexities of human relationships, and the passage of time. Woolf's rich prose and innovative narrative techniques make it a cornerstone of modernist literature, inviting readers to reflect on the nature of perception, the persistence of memory, and the quest for meaning in a transient world. Life lessons from To the Lighthouse. The impermanence of life. The novel emphasizes the fleeting nature of life and the inevitability of change and loss. Through the passage of time and the deaths of key characters, Woolf reminds us to cherish moments and relationships as they are transient. The power of perception. Woolf's stream of consciousness technique highlights how reality is shaped by individual perceptions. Each character's inner thoughts and feelings create a unique perspective, suggesting that understanding others requires empathy and an openness to different viewpoints. The importance of reconciliation. The eventual reconciliation between Mr. Ramsay and his children, as well as Lily Briscoe's artistic breakthrough, underscore the value of resolving conflicts and finding peace with oneself and others. The role of art in finding meaning. Lily Briscoe's journey as an artist illustrates how creativity in art can provide a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Her completed painting symbolizes personal growth and the power of artistic expression to make sense of life's complexities. Strength in femininity. Through Mrs. Ramsay's character, Woolf explores the strength and influence of women, particularly in their roles within the family. Mrs. Ramsay's nurturing presence and emotional intelligence are central to the family's cohesion, highlighting the often underestimated power of feminine qualities.